I'm J.A.C. and I am the baddest professional wrestler right now in the independent scene. I have traveled all across this country, and now I'm going to travel all across this road. I am on Wrestling Road Stories, and let's do this.
Dude, amazing. Love it. Love it. All right, man. Thank you for being with me, man. I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on. Happy for you.
Thank,
Congrats.
thank you.
Um, but let's just jump right in and hit me with your worst road story.
I got like a couple, but like I think the worst one was I was driving to Pennsylvania with a guy named J.J. And he's a wrestler. He's making his way on the ups too. I think he does a lot with future stars now. But we were going to Pennsylvania, and I hate paying tolls. I just despise them. And so I looked over at JJ and I said, "Hey, let's just go through the back roads. We don't have to pay a toll. It'll be fine. It'll be just a couple extra hours, but I think it'll be a big deal. We're already really going to be really early." And he said, "Okay, cool, sounds good." So he passes out and we also, this is the problem too. So we agreed upon that I was going to drive the whole way to Pennsylvania. I am good driving a straight shot as long as you'll drive a straight shot back. He said, "Cool, no problem." So like we're going through West Virginia, and I keep looking down at the thing, and I didn't realize like it's like every 50 miles before a gas station. And JJ's just sitting there beside me. At one point, he wakes up and he goes, "What's wrong?" Because he can see I'm kind of panicking. I say, "Man, we're about to go on E, bro." And I said, I haven't seen a gas station in miles. And he goes, "Why didn't you get gas when you saw a gas station?" I said, "I just assumed there'd be another one in 10 minutes, because I like waiting and then I fill up so I don't have to do it as much on the road." And we probably freaked out for a while because we went through some pretty, JJ's Hispanic, and we went some, they had a bunch of rebel flags everywhere we were going through. And JJ's eyes just kept getting wider and wider. I think at one point I saw a gas can, and I looked over at JJ and said, "You might have to go steal that," because I like parked for a second and stared at it. I watched this like white couple get out of their house as it didn't open. I just kept driving. But like we found a gas station eventually, and we went inside and to get the gas, and there was this couple just staring at me and JJ. And I got some pretty white trashy tattoos like all over my body, and then JJ, and I walked up to get asked for gas. They told us no. Like the guy legit told us no, and I was like, "Okay, can I use your bathroom?" He said no about that too. I was like, "All right, well." We went back and we was like, "Well, there ain't nothing more I can do." So I just walked outside and we got back in the car. We drove another like 10 minutes, and like we're right on E now, and I'm freaking the hell out. Luckily, there was a Sheetz like right in the corner in the last second, like God provided. But and like those that whole like 30 minutes, we were freaking out for like a solid while. And then what made it worse too is like on the way back, JJ agreed to drive on the way back the entire time. And so I drove the whole time up there because I like driving. I drive for my shoot job anyway. And the second hour, he looks over at me and goes, "Man, I don't think I can do it. My eyes, my eyes." And I said, "You gotta be kidding me, bro. What do you mean you can't do it?" He said, "I can't do it. I can't do it." I said, "All right, pull over. It'll be fine." And my wife, Claire, she was wrestling in Jersey. So JJ passed the hell out immediately when he got over in the other seat. I just called Claire to talk to her. Well, she got home way before I did. And she said, "I'll stay on the phone with you. Don't worry. It's no problem." Well, she fell asleep. And so, like, I just eventually said, "Hey, I'm hanging up. Like, I can't do this." So I just blared some music. I got home around like 7:30 in the morning, but it's just one of those trips where I was just mad as hell. You know,
Oh man, dude, I feel you, brother. That's wild. That yeah, we gotta keep track of those small towns and make sure we don't go through them. I mean, you see me, I would definitely have the same issue. So
yeah, I was scared to death.
yeah, man, that's wild, dude. Yeah, the moment you said Claire got home before you, dude, I was like, I know where this is going because it's happened to me.
Yeah, and I was like, "Just please stay awake with me." She was like, she would stay awake. She'd be talking for a second, but then like she just started nodding off, and I'm like, "All right."
I got you. All right, good deal. So now let's go with your best road story.
The best road story. Um, probably this most recent one. We went to So me and Clara flew out went from Charlotte to Atlanta, to go from Atlanta to California. Well, when we got to California, we got to Los Angeles where we met Grant Watts and Jada Stone because we were going to drive down for the Marvelous tryout. And it's a good road story, but like Jada is probably the worst driver I've ever met in my entire life. She said the first thing we did when we got to the vehicle, she looks at me and Claire goes, "I'm an LA driver now. Well, I got this." I said, "No, I don't know what that means." And then she just took off swerving in and out of lanes the entire freaking ride, probably driving at least 100 to 110 the entire time through Los Angeles and then all the way to freaking San Francisco. And we got to the show, and everything worked out for me as it did, where I got the satisfaction I'm getting to go to Japan now. But like getting to spend the time, because I'd never really met Grant until that moment, like till that thing, which is a cool thing about just hopping in the car with people, is you get to actually sit down and talk to them. I got to do that with a couple of people, but Grant was a very interesting person. He's very knowledgeable, and he's getting to train right now at the LA dojo. And I actually got to wrestle Grant at the Marvelous tryout. But everybody had went to sleep except for like me, Jada, and Grant. And Jada, for some reason, thinks I was the best at relationship advice, and I don't know why you would ask me that. I've been married now for a year, and I'm not in that game no more, So she was just sitting up, just asking me all these questions, and eventually she passed out. Me and Grant just talked about wrestling, but yeah, it was cool just driving through like California because I've only been on a plane twice in my life, and that was the second time. So like sitting there and like going from LA to San Francisco and getting to see all of California was like a dream come true. So yeah, it was just a surreal moment, honestly.
No, man, that's so cool. And then the big payoff, right? So it's just like, you get this great trip, and then boom, it's like, hey, I get to go to Japan now, which, yeah, man, that's a dream. I'm happy for you. So happy for you, man. I still haven't made it to Japan myself yet, but it's been on my bucket list, and I plan on doing it at some point.
Yeah, I'm pumped. Like at the tryout too, like we had only 5-minute matches. So like I'm sitting there and I've had a WWE tryout before, but this was completely different than that. We only did 5-minute matches, like, oh wow, because me and Beer City have been doing like Japanese like squats and all this other insane crap to prepare for it. And then I get there and they say 5-minute match. I'm like, what the hell? But we get there and then like we do that, and I had my match with Grant, and I thought it went well, but there was like some really great independent wrestlers on that card. So like I was second guessing myself the whole time. Claire kept looking at me like, "You got this. You're going. I promise you're going." I'm like, "I don't know, bro." So I put on the AML hoodie just in case, so I could take the picture with the AML hoodie. But like I didn't know. But then when they picked me, I about like got teary eyed because it's just been like every morning's just a grind, and like to get that like small moment of satisfaction for like all the hard work I've done for over the past 3 years, and also since I've been like 11 years old, just with amateur wrestling in general, was pretty surreal,
Oh yeah, man. It's like I said, man. The first time I saw you, which was a little over 2 years ago now, and I was like, I loved your whole style, man. Like the way you just came out, and then like you were like, you're a heel, so you were super cocky and you dressed the part. Like I think one of the first times, or maybe about second or third time I saw you, you were like in a suit at your table selling merch and stuff, and then like, semi nice to people, semi mean, and then you're getting ready to leave your merch table and you go full heel, and I'm just dying in my chair. Like, it was great.
Just trying to make my money,
Oh yeah,
because they don't care about seeing Jesse Carter. They just want to see J.A.C. Like, what's Jesse Carter gonna do?
Yeah, I'm with you, brother. All right, so we're gonna move on to the questions. Fairly simple stuff. First question is, what is your go-to place to eat when you travel?
Oh God. So, but it was Buc-ee's I got a Buc-ee's hat on too. It was Buc-ee's for a while, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Buc-ee's is kind of getting a little old for me. It really is. So probably right now, I meal prep a lot right now. But like if we're not meal prepping, probably Sheets, honestly, because Sheets is still where it's at. I mean, it just is. Claire likes the quick trip, but I prefer Sheets.
So a lot of wrestlers, it's either a Sheets or a Buc-ee's. Waffle House every once in a while, but like, yeah, Sheets is a very big go-to. And I mean, dude, like when I go to Beckley, Sheets is the only thing that's open when I get out of wrestling. So
yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing, because I I prefer to like go and sit down like at a bar and get like a Jack and Coke or something like after a match. But like most of the time, especially like if you help tear down, like you're not gonna get to do that.
Yeah, true. All right, so the next one is a two-part question. Who is your first favorite wrestler and who is your current favorite wrestler? They could be the same person, but we always ask two because a lot of people have two.
Yeah, well, I have two, so that's cool. My first one was definitely The Rock. Like when I was a young kid, like The Rock would just inspire the crap out of me. He's the reason I started lifting weights and stuff because I want to look like Dwayne Johnson because he was freaking huge, you know. And then now it's Bruiser Brody, like by far.
Oh,
Yeah, just the way he came to the ring and the way everyone like would run, you know. And then when he get in the ring, just keeping that intimidation factor and the way he would work, it's just it's Brody par none.
Oh yeah. No, I'm with that, dude. Bruiser is such a badass. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I wish we still had him, man. Like, yeah, he is amazing. And I'm assuming similar to Zuka is the reason why on your gear, I know you have some strips of fur on there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that any
Yep.
kind of tribute to him or?
Oh, 100%. Like it's a tribute to him, and then like the leather part, and then like if you notice, like the bottom of mine is a tribute to Stan Hansen. So it's a tribute to Brody Hansen, and then the one I had with the Flames was Bam Bam Bigelow as well.
Bam Bam, one of my mains. Yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
you,
he's the
dude.
man.
Yeah. Love it. Those are great. All right. So the next one is who is your favorite person to wrestle?
Diego Hill. Yeah. Me and him have just some bangers, man. Every time we get in the ring, we're going to create something that everyone's going to be like, oh, that was the match of the night. Or, oh, man, that was the most craziest thing I've seen in a while. And also, like, he's so tiny, I could throw him around like he's a rag doll, you know? But he does some impressive feats of nature. Like, I'll give him all the credit in the world. And some of the stuff that he can do, like, I wish everybody on the independent level could do because he is so athletic and he doesn't get his props, honestly, I think that he deserves because he's so talented. Yeah, Diego Hill by far.
Nice. Yeah, I every time I talk to Diego, I tell him I'm like, dude, you're just a human highlight reel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just always out of my seat every match. I mean, Saturday. Oh man, you guys were killing it, man. Like,
yeah, I call him way too many times. Like we got, like what we doing, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm with you, dude. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. All right, next. Do you have a Ricky Morton story?
God, I had some bad Ricky Morton story. I love Ricky, but I don't know if I want to publicly talk about him all.
Okay, no, that's not a problem at all. I mean, if
I got one actually.
Okay.
I got one. That's fine. Because I was like, I did a show recently that I can't really publicly talk about yet either. That he was going off about something that I can't talk about, but I will talk about this one. So I was walking through like the GCW locker room at WrestleCade, and I guess I looked irritated. You know, I just look irritated just walking around. Sometimes it's just my straight face, or I was thinking about something. But I walked by me. He goes, "Look here, you big hungry fella. Come here, give Ricky Morton a hug." And immediately, like I stopped looking angry, you know, because it threw me off. I was like, "Okay, I love you, Ricky," you know.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we love Ricky, man. I mean, like us here in the Carolinas, we're very fortunate. We get a lot of Ricky, so yeah, that's why it's one of my main questions to ask. And I know you have one for this one. So, do you have a George South story?
No, bro, I got one just from Sunday, you know. So we're sitting in we went to the movies to watch Ghostbusters with a bunch of the AML crew, and George hasn't been to like a movie in like 30 years. So he's sitting there and he loves Bill Murray, I guess. But like all I hear when Bill Murray gets on the string is, "Oh my God, that's my guy. Look at him." And he just freaked out like in the middle of the movie theater. Like no one was talking the entire time. And you just hear George yelling out so excited. Yeah. And then like I was at a bar show one time with George and some of the women, like it was raining outside and some of the women just didn't want to wrestle. And a couple of guys did too. And George goes, "If you don't wrestle, you ain't getting paid. I don't know what you think this is." And he just was walking around all angry. I love George. I get a text from George once a week. So, you know, he's the best. There's nobody better.
Oh man, that is great. Yeah, dude. I had messaged Kim. I was like, "Hey, what time you guys doing the movie?" And she told me, and I was like, I live out here in Kings Mountain, so I'm like an hour and a half away from where you guys were. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it. And then I saw the picture of all you guys. And I was like, if there was one time that I should have just been like, dude, just suck it up and go.
Yeah, it was a
That
lot
would
of
have
fun.
been
I
it.
was surprised at who all showed up. I got there with Claire and I looked up and there was Bruiser. I was like, okay. And then Fodder and Angelina showed up and I was like, okay. And then like, it was just fun. And then when I saw George, it really threw me off. I was like, what are you doing, George?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, that's a great one. I definitely won't miss the next one. That's for sure. I'm gonna get on some kind of list or something. But all right. So our last question is the killer. It's if you can only watch one match for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. The first WrestleMania, not the second one, but the first one. 25. Claire corrected me. So, but yeah, like that one.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think some other
it's the
guys
perfect
have said
match.
that.
It's the perfect match. Like I don't think anyone's ever going to top that. We can all try a million times, but like there's nothing you can do with that. I'd hate to not been that. I don't know how that's not the main.
Yeah,
like, good luck.
I'm with you, man. Yeah, no, those guys, they can definitely tell a story. They can put on amazing work. Amazing work. It's definitely something to strive for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's all of our questions. So the last thing I actually do ask is tell me your social media information so we'll share it with everybody and they know where to find you.
Hell yeah. I'm at J.A.C. is a bad man on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I have Facebook, but like my Facebook's private for business and information, so I'm not going to add you if you try. So that's me.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we'll put those on the screen so everyone can find you and follow you and see where you're at. And then you're gonna be leaving us for a little bit, but we got a little bit of time before you head out, and then looking forward to see you when you get back.
If you're watching this podcast, go to Davie County Recreational Center. When is that AML show? What's the date? God dang, that sucks. It'll be on social media. Go to AML.com. It'll be in Moxville, my hometown. Come watch the bad man do what he does best. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Always. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. You're gonna be at WrestleCade this year?
Yeah, I better be.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're wrestling and stuff like that. But I mean, you doing a table this year like you did last year?
Oh yeah. I have one. I don't know who I'm going through with yet, but I will have one. Yeah.
Definitely awesome, man. Yeah, I'm bringing the Dudley Boys this year, so I'm really hoping to make a mark.
Oh, you will. You got the biggest names so far of all the ones I've seen. So
yeah,
I'm gonna say that, and then they're gonna have like Brian Danielson or like Joe.
Yeah, because no, it's all good. We were supposed to have him last year, so like, I mean, I'm hoping he shows up because I want to meet him.
Yeah, or like they're gonna have like Mark's gonna show up through the freaking thing with his eyes rolled back.
I would lose my mind if that happened.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. All right, cool. So yeah, appreciate your time again, man. Thank you very much. I'll get I'll get that date. We'll put that in there. And look forward to it, man. So you have a good night.
You too, boss.
Appreciate you. All right.
Yeah, man.